There are, I see 44 members. And I hope I'm audible, visible. Am I audible? It's okay?
Very much clear, sir. Very much clear.
Okay,
Your
okay.
screen is not yet shared, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So I'm thankful to MMTTC, SGBAU University, Amravati University for providing me this opportunity. And very specifically thanks to Professor Muhammad Atik sir and the academic faculty member who just now introduced the name. I'm sorry, I forgot. Sir, your good name? Okay, so that will do. And about this session, this is the 5th day or 6th day, this session, the NEP. NEP, this is the first day, second day, no, not first day, no. Can someone answer me? So you have completed, yeah, 7th day. Thank you. So that means, yeah, one more day to go. And definitely afternoon, it's a difficult thing, but certainly I'll make this topic interesting, and I will not be speaking, not throughout the time, and there will be some very interesting, videos and all, and very critical things about the way India is marching ahead and what is lacking and what we all need to do. And some data which I'm going to show you, definitely it will be shameful for all of us. Because though we read in newspapers and everywhere we are good, but we could have done much better. And for that, next generation are with us, and you are all young generation teachers, leaders, and it has become our responsibility. And why this NEP and why all these changes are essential, you will come to know when I go through certain data. Okay, so I'll share my slide first, and here you are seeing, yeah, this is a skill development topic. Okay, and I'll take you to this slide. This is written long ago. That's what you have to see. That 1940, one American president is telling the teachers of Pennsylvania University, and a great visionary. Though there could have been some what we call conflicting interests, because he was there during the World War II and all. Anyway, so the president who you might have seen in the movie Oppenheimer, the person who ridicules Oppenheimer and all, that's a different thing. But what he told them, he himself is a great educationist. He studied in Franklin D. Roosevelt. He studied in Harvard University, Berkeley and all, 1940s. And what he told the teachers, we cannot build a future for our youth. We cannot build our future. Yeah. Then what we can do? We can always build our youth for the future. Build our youth for the future. If someone comes to you and asks me what job, what guarantee, and after which course to do, we cannot assure anything at all. What we can do is we can build them for the future. That's exactly what 1940 this person was telling the Americans. And that was the way of thinking. And same thing, yes, we cannot control all aspects of the future. We can provide our students with skill, knowledge, and resilience, adaptation. When things go wrong, they should not become withdrawn or commit suicide. All those tendencies will come. That should not happen. So we should make them confident, and for that skill and knowledge. And that's what this statement said. So this phrase always I liked, and I'm sharing with you. Number one. Number two, and then another aspect is Rabindranath Tagore, and this is actually a controversial statement, because I would not say controversial, whether he said it or not, because I checked the source and I could not get the source, but it generally taken as Rabindranath Tagore was said that. So what he's told the youngest days of during his period also is very interesting. What we are teaching in classrooms are our own reflecting, our own learning. But tomorrow's and today's learners, students, they may not need it. That is, if you try to teach them what you studied in your schools and colleges some 10, 20 years ago, that may not be useful for the present day children. And that's exactly what's happening. What practices in our classrooms reflect our own learning. We learned, but needs of today's learning. That is what important. So don't try to think that teaching is all about teaching what we learned. We have to. Our past learning will not help them. Very important talk. So I have shown you two quotes. One from Franklin Roosevelt, another one from Rabindranath Tagore. Yeah. So what he said is, don't limit a child to your own learning. That is the correct word. Don't limit a child to your own learning. Because he was born in another time. Then we go to the next one. Yeah, this is another interesting data coming from this international forum, World Economic Forum. And their data is there on their website. I hope if you may be aware of it. If possible, join their newsletter. Okay, and they will provide you very interesting data. And this is the World Economic Forum Future of Jobs Report 2025. April 17, 2000, this article came. And see, this international body, the title is Future of Jobs in India. And what the employers are requiring. And the next slide, yeah, I'll take you to the next slide. Here you can see, read it very carefully. 2/3 of companies in India, 2/3 companies in India, they are requiring what happened? They require more diverse talent pool. That is, the talent of the current day youngsters are not enough. World average is 47%, but in India it is 2/3. So we can say, yeah, it's around 33%. Sorry, they are 76%, like that. And they require, companies are saying, and next line, companies are taking, they themselves are taking the role of training. That is, the employers are seeing the children. When I say children, it is our children is our students. They are not with the necessary skills. So the companies are finding difficult to employ them. So they said, we will provide our own training. And read it carefully. By offering, removing degree requirements and offering apprenticeships. That simply means you come to us after the +2. We don't value the degree you come from, you are taking from some college or wherever might be that. That is not serving our purpose. So if that happens, already started happening. If you are seeing many of these international companies, nationals, not international, national companies like Reliance and all, if they start offering their own courses, students will go there. Infosys, if they start offering BCA, MC and all, students will go there. Sorry. So that is the difficulty. So what is the warning for all of us? Students are, we should consider we are all lucky. We got a job, we got good education, we are employed. Yes, that is good. But what about your students? BSc, MSc or BA, MA, they are all doing. And where they are going to be? What job to get? We do not know. Yeah, and then the World Economic Forum prediction, another prediction. What is the prediction? That prediction is saying that is very important. Another data. There are going to be lots of jobs, 170 million new jobs. This is a global report by 2030. But all these jobs will be in the latest fields. The outdated, more than half of this number of newly created jobs will be displaced. With the new skills only we can proceed. And you read this yellow part, India Skills Report, what it says. It says 65% of high school graduates, plus two students, they are coming to degrees they do not or they have no interest to do or no capacity to do. The degree students in our colleges or schools, sorry, our universities, they just simply want a degree or someone pushed them for degree. That is why they are there. So those degrees ill equipped to meet the demands of job market. Imagine I am a zoology teacher or a botany teacher with my botany and zoology degree. These students will not get a job because they don't have the skills. And that is what we call as India's unemployment crisis. Then most schooling what happened? Traditional examination centric curriculum. No focus on career exploration. So students come to our college, they graduate with the degrees, but no practical experience. That is the reality. And this is another one from the World Economic Forum. The future of jobs in India, same report says. What is the future of jobs in India looking like? You read it. Fastest growing jobs are all in technology field. Whether you are a social science teacher or a language teacher or a biology teacher, whatever might be that. Why you and me all studied? Is it for learning alone? We need a job. We need a job. We need it, and we got it. And the same trend is for the present generation also. But if the jobs are, so many people are educated, the jobs are going to be in technology related field. It's whatever might be subject, big data, machine learning, cyber security. Why you bother about cyber security? Simple thing. Installation of all these cameras and all CCTVs and all happening, and all these hacking and all those. So lots of data in the security management is there. So what does that mean? Upskilling and reskilling. This is the terms given in the NEP theme, skill development. Upskilling and reskilling. Improve. Reskill. If you do not know something, learn it. Otherwise, no survival. Okay. So that is the reality. And next one, another site, career counseling platform is all data. 2019 itself, they say that majority of Indian students, what they do, majority, 93% Indian students, they know only seven conventional careers. Seven conventional careers. Doctor, engineer, lawyer, CA, college teacher or whatever might be the teacher, IAS, IPS and all, MBA. And why do we think about teachers? What about the teachers? It's not the case of Indian students also. Many teachers are also. They think that these are the only seven job options available. But the modern economy, there are so many other 250 career options are there, 250 choices. And these 250 career options in 40 domains. 40 domains. Okay. So what's the problem? Students are not knowing. Many students, they simply go for, as you have seen in that movie name, I forgot, that American movie, Three Idiots. Yeah, all go for doctor, engineer, and all. That's all. Parents push them in it. Even if somebody doesn't want no idea about engineering and all, they go for it. So they are taking careers not good for them. What happened? Industry struggles because merely a engineering name itself will not help. Suppose you are a teacher And someone with somehow he got BAM and all those things. We all have many experience. Maybe some of our teachers may not have been good, but they're forced to come into it, and that's what happening. So this is a very important data. Career counseling platform says India 93% only 7 where are there are 250 career options are there, and this is some of them. And there are 5,000 job types also. So 250 career option, 40 domains. So students who are really pathbreakers, you have seen that some of them become cyber law expert, legal service. Law and advocate means the ordinary kind of civil and all those, you leave it. Cyber law expert, human rights lawyer, and then design, UX designer, fashion stylist, game designer, jobs are there, computer, ethical hacker, AI developer, jobs are there. And then hospitality tourism, event manager. Now everything is event managing only. They just charge you. So these are the options available, but for that skills are necessary. Event manager, travel consultant. Indians started traveling all across. Now with the flights and all the good networks, a lot of traveling will happen. Agriculture. Okay, so sports psychologist. So many options are there. I will share the PowerPoint with you later. You can check it up later. So these are the various options available. So as I said, many of our, and it is our duty to inform the students also. These are the options available, not merely becoming a teacher, college, or there is nothing wrong in that. But shouldn't taste us differ? No. Okay. Now we go to the next part. You are seeing here Indian population on the right side. Left side is China. And this is the population pyramid, age pyramid, population pyramid. Population, entire population. So in India, the world population 2024, 17%, 1.4 billion, 1.46 is a billion. China 1.42 billion. So India is above China. And you can see why this size or shape difference. One is pyramid. The other one is not, it is not a pyramid like. It is something like a urn, pot. The bottom is getting narrow. Bottom is getting narrow means number of youngsters are less. You see the bottom, see here in this diagram, yeah, right one is, this is the age class of India, pyramid, age pyramid of India. And the population pyramid, the lowest strata, that is the people in the age of 0 to 5. Next strata, next bar 5 to 10, next bar 10 to 15. So how many what is the total percentage in 0 to 5 age group? You can see male population 4% of India, 4%, female is 3.8%. On the other side, China, they are having male population only 1.9%. See, India 4.1, male 1 point, sorry, 1.9 China. So you can see, yeah, and next one, 5 to 10, 3.2% in China. India has 4.3. So till this level, 35 age group, here, this is why this area is broader. In a pyramid, when the base is broader, that means young population. We have lots of youngsters are here. Here, whereas in China, youngsters are less. And that is why 65% of the population in India under the age of 35. 65% India. In China, it is currently only 41%. So we are having lots of youngsters. That is what known as the dividend, demographic dividend. So we all read in newspapers that it is a very big event. We are all super. We are going to be in the future. We are going to become very big. Yes, definitely it may be big. And these youngsters are all going to contribute to Indian economy like that. But there is a problem. It's 35, the people, 65, the population, 2024 data, unemployment is high. Unemployment in the 2024 age group, 45% are without jobs. One simple question. The students, my students as well as your students, what you are teaching, what job they will get, they are sure of. What guarantee is there? If the command asks you as a teacher, what you can say? With your BCom, your BA, whatever might be that, how many of them? So, why it has happened? Unemployment is, employment numbers are falling. Employment numbers are falling. Whereas qualifications increase. All are with degrees. BA, BSc, MSc, PhD, everything. Because the problem is skill development is not happening with Indian education. Theoretical learning by heart. Skills are not there. And that is why the industry is crying. We are not getting the skilled students, skilled youngsters. So, skill development, skill based education, that will lead to practical learning. How many of our students have practical learning? I know my own students who learned botany and zoology from me. How many of them know what practical skill they have? They have might have by heart or something. They do not know how to plant a tree or uh, animal learning, sorry, animal culture, whether it is poultry or whatever might be that. Okay. Industrial relevance, life skills. What is life skill? When you go out from here, how to survive in the society, communication skill, meeting with people, emotional skills. We have to doubt about that. So it has become our duty to prepare. And that is what the important thing. And next one, this is from an Hindu article, newspaper, no, August 29, 22. India's demographic dividend, a time bomb. Why a time bomb? You just imagine, you are getting 1 lakh rupees salary. People left and right you are living in a huge crowd like this. Only a few are getting 1 lakh. Remaining 90% are without salary or poor. What may happen? There is no security at all. Anytime, anything can go wrong. When this number of youngsters, when their number is increasing, unemployment increasing, they will, because they all studied, but they will become one day or other day antisocial. Their mindset will change. Disappointment. It will destroy families, village societies. Imagine agricultural family. They send their children to school or college with all the money. 3 years they studied. You will say enjoyed life. After that, no job means lots of cursing from the parents. And the local people will ask you, what job you got? And what about their mindset? And that's what this article says they are. So when we are having a lot of such unemployed people, it is a bomb. It will explode. It will explode. And that is why countries like Bangladesh are facing those people. If they are coming to India, they will come to India, they are ready to do any job. Imagine, not only agriculture or industry job, killing, drug trafficking, anything. That is what happened to America. Mexicans simply entering into America, you give them $5,000. You want to kill somebody, you kill and come out. And then all the other thing, drug trafficking, child, yeah, profiteering, and then prostitution, everything. And that is why it is become our responsibility to see that our students, our youngsters, our large population is not becoming a liability for the country. And there is, it's a good article. Okay, and we come to the next part. What has happened now? What is wrong with now? See, we all study, we got a then what is the big issue? That is where this industrial revolution is coming. See, remember till 1760, 1840, what your grandparents were doing. You look at this diagram. Can you just imagine you are traveling in a bullock cart like this? Can you imagine about it? You see this diagram, bullock cart. Bullock cart is used for, here now you are using pumping water, no motor electricity, pumping water. Then trailer, sorry, yeah, plowing, no tractor, no trailer. And this was the lifestyle. And in European region, it is mostly. And then how the transportation, bullock cart. So that was the situation. It was all revolutionized by whom? Steam engine. Steam engine. You see this train here? Steam engine train. Coal and then steam engine, 1965. So what happened? People from, now you are all in the, I do not know which part of the Maharashtra. Most probably you are from Nagpur, I imagine. So from Nagpur, you can go to Bombay within no time. Delhi, Calcutta, Dubai, or in Amsterdam, London, very easy. Earlier it was not possible. Mechanization, steam power, engines brought in. Then big factories. Why you are going to Delhi or Bombay? There are factories are there. Iron industries are there. Coal industries are there. So people can move from manual labor to machines. Factory means urbanization. Jobs are there. Bombay, lots of jobs are there. So steam engine, not only transportation, textile mills, steel mills, cement factories. So a lot of factories became, and whoever came, large unskilled workforce was enough. And this is a scenario in 1840. You and me know it, but this is our history. Industrial revolutions. One, each revolution transformed industries. What transformation? And that actually I said you, this is the transformation happened. This is a transformation. People from your village area, imagine you are not having, you are moving like this. No bike, no car, no train. Then what happened? Morning to evening, you are traveling in a bullock cart. You will not be able to go beyond 20 kilometers. 20 kilometers. So that's all. Our life will be in that circle. Okay. Maybe people who are joining army and all, that's a different thing. So, but the arrival of all these machines led to people from your village moving to cities. Transportation. Okay, that is the one thing. Industrial revolution, step one. Step two, that was followed by, you read this red line carefully. Each industrial revolution transformed industry, economy, society. Why society? A rural agriculture society where people are all sitting in a village. In a village, they spread out. Economy means what? Agriculture economy only. In your land, only agriculture. Suppose it is from a cotton area, only cotton, or something else, some pulses. But now, no, a few people are with the industry. So economy widespread. Industry scheme. And second aspect is arrival of electricity. Earlier, everything was with together with this one, the coal and steam engines. Later, next key innovation, second industrial revolution, 1872, you can say 1940, not 1440 also. Mass production, electricity. So electricity made it possible to have lot of big factories. Assembly lines. Henry Ford, he brought in the idea of assembly line of cars, mechanized one by one. People are doing. I'll show you another diagram. This is what happened. If you are living in 1910 or 1920, you would have been most probably only very few colleges are there, so no jobs. So you would have been working in a factory like this. You see, this is an industry, and in this factory, people are sitting in the one nuts and some materials are being constructed, and the other one is a textile mill, and there what happened? People are working in the textile mill, and morning to evening they will be doing this work. And this Charlie Chaplin factory scene, you will just see it. Modern times, 1936. So movies reflect what is the social scenario at that time. And let's watch that video, and that will give you an idea. And why this movie? So 1936, modern times. I'll take you to a video. Please wait. I have a little difficulty with this. Yeah, what do you call? Yeah, this Zoom doesn't matter. I will share it. I have to share now. Yeah, video. Can you see this video image?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you.
Section 5, Fifth Amendment.
So what you are seeing in a factory, this is a second world revolution. Lots of factories came. Morning to evening, people were doing monotonous job, same kind of job, packing like that. And people became cranky, and that's this movie. Rest of the movie, watch it later. And you are all there. Are you all hearing me, listening me? It's okay. I can continue.
Yes. Please continue.
Yeah. So what I
Yes.
want to show you here, if you are living that period of time, you would have been like this. After some day, morning to evening, doing the same job, but no skills required. Anyone can get a job. That's all. We got a job. We get a job. And it's the second industrial revolution, assembly line. Okay. So in the assembly line, life was like this: unskilled workforce to operate machinery and assembly line. So industrial revolution 1 and 2, human resources. Yes, humans were necessary, but unskilled. Okay. And how I shared it? Sometimes I forgot to share. Yeah, it's shared. No problem. Okay. So that's the second. Next, we go to the third one. We belong to this period. Third industrial revolution, 1950 2000, isn't it? And imagine the COVID period. And that is a period when even those teachers who are not willing to use PowerPoint, they were all forced to use it. PowerPoint, and then Google Meet, laptop, buying a computer, laptop, everything. Why? Digital media, expertise in digital use. ICT tools became necessary. Basics of ICT, everyone was forced to study. Why? Because that was a requirement. And imagine if we are not doing, what might happen. In 2 years, no, we are not certain whether COVID will last soon or not. All other teachers learned, and one fellow is saying, no, I will not, I don't want to study computer and all. I do not know. Survival would have been very difficult. If it is in a private college somewhere, he would have been thrown out from the job. So that is the period 1950. So same thing happened when 1995. That is the period, because yesterday I read 40th year of Microsoft Windows or something like that. So by 90s only these Microsoft Word, Windows and all came. Before that, people were, what they were doing? No computers. Can you imagine a situation now? No computer, and you are not typing nothing. People were Yeah, they were all handwriting. I remember my own thesis and all. We used to type. All type of typewriters are there. Now it has all changed. And another example which I used to cite is the case of bank managers. The bank managers of 90s and all, they suffered a lot, especially the senior manager, because the senior most is a manager. He has only another 2 or 3 years to retire. Then came this internet banking. What happened? What happened? People who are smart enough, they all learn internet banking. Lot of questions they will go to the bank and the manager doesn't know. Lots of problem. I know that. Many of them took VRS. Bank data and all became automation trans. So here we are seeing the arrival of key innovation, namely computer, automation, electronics, and little bit of AI also. AI. Okay. And then workforce also. So that is a period when, as I told you, workforce started learning, adapting by learning new skills to operate digital technologies. The one example which I told you is the case of computer, laptop. It became necessary. PowerPoint, LCD projector. Okay. So that is the third one. And next one, fourth industrial revolution. Now we are in it. And better I show you another video instead of talking much about it. What is the current scenario? Now, what is the key innovation, key requirement? Industrial AI, robotics are there. Big data, no CD, no floppy, nothing. What happened to the CDs and all? All computer centers, cloud computing. Now we are storing our data in the cloud. And then factories, self-learning machines, highly automated production. You see it. Smart factories. What is a smart factory? In a smart factory, machines will communicate. Just like you and me communicate in the department. Analyze data, make decisions. And I take you to next video. And this is all about from the Tesla 1 year ago. They thought they are going to the world leaders and all. Nothing like that, because China showed them what they can do. And all other companies also have the same thing, not only Tesla alone. So don't think that way. And in this image, you will see what happened or what is required during the fourth industrial revolution. And what is the utility of the kind of training we are giving to our children, namely our students, is the big question.
One brand new Tesla every 30 seconds at their Giga Shanghai facility. Today, we're going to talk about how they are able to churn out new cars so quickly and why Tesla was able to go from production hell and near bankruptcy in 2017 to cementing their place as one of the top manufacturing companies in the world just 5 years later. So Tesla makes a few different cars, like the Model X most popular vehicle, the Model Y, and specifically the Model Y variation that they are building at the Gigafactory in Texas, because this is the most clear example of how Tesla makes a vehicle in a way that no other company on Earth can match. The first stage of this process...
You heard that line, no other company on earth and all. That's what they thought. But they are all outsmarted. Later, we know.
Is going to be fabricating the various panels and vehicle structure that make up the Model Y body. To do that, Tesla is going to use a process called stamping. This is pretty simple. You have two halves of a die mold that hold the shape of the part that you want to make. Then you place a sheet of metal in between those two halves. Typically, that's going to be aluminum, and then the machine stamps down on that sheet of metal to form it into the desired shape. There are going to be dozens of these stamping machines involved in fabricating all of the components that make up the body structure. The next step from there is going to be piecing them all together. That's where the big robot arms and conveyor belts start to come into play. They are welding together all of those stamped pieces to begin forming the skeleton of the Model Y body, moving from one robot down the line to the next, each one adding a new piece of the puzzle. This is what they call the body in white stage of the process. The car is not actually white at this point. It doesn't have any paint at all. I don't know why they call it that. But once the skeleton frame is complete, they're going to start attaching all of the body panels, like the fenders, the doors, the hood, and the trunk. these can't just be slapped on by robots. So there are going to be workers attaching and bolting down all of this bodywork. In theory, they would be ensuring that everything is fitted perfectly straight and even. But in practice, Tesla has been known to fall short on that aspect, though apparently Giga Texas is turning that around with nice, tight fits on the bodywork. From there, we go on to the paint shop, where the assembled body gets sprayed with primer and then sanded down to a level surface. Then it goes through a whole series of spraying and dunking and drying sessions, getting multiple layers of paint and gloss, depending on the finish. White is the easiest, that's why it's the cheapest. Red is the most complicated, with multiple layers of color and metallic speckles, and that's why it's more expensive. After the paint is dried, buffed, and polished, the body goes off to have all of the interior paneling fitted, the electronics wired up, and the glass installed. Now, simultaneous to all of that, there's going to be a separate process going on to manufacture the Model Y's underbody and powertrain. For that, they're going to start with a structural battery pack. This creates the central frame section of the vehicle, in addition to holding all of the 4680 battery cells, along with the integrated cooling and electrical architecture. Then to that battery pack, they are going to directly bolt on the front and rear Giga castings, and that is the entire underbody ready to go in a few steps. The electric motors are then integrated into the Giga castings, one in the front and one in the back. Each is connected through a gearbox into the drive axles for all four wheels. The suspension is all tied into the castings, and the brakes and wheels are added to create a big rolling structure, kind of like a skateboard. Then on top of the battery pack, they are going to lay down the carpeted flooring, attach the center console and interior trim, and then bolt down all four seats directly to the top of the structural battery pack. Then the last big step is going to be to drop the finished body directly on top of the frame and powertrain assembly. The two are connected together by a series of bolts all around the perimeter of the structural pack and castings. From there, the Model Y gets the finishing touches from a team of people doing the final quality control. Again, in theory, this is where any defects and issues are identified and fixed before the vehicle rolls out to be delivered to the customer. Now, that is how the process works at Giga Texas, and it's fairly similar at Giga Shanghai. So now you have some additional context for how incredible it is that all of that can be done so efficiently that they can produce a brand new Tesla every 30 seconds.
So that's a kind of scenario. Smart factories,
The
30
Shanghai factory. Have you heard
30 seconds or 1 minute, one car is being produced. So the level of fourth industrial revolution in which we are living now is not only Tesla. There are so many other industries and so many other car manufacturers, Honda, Toyota, Volkswagen, they all do the same. So the question, what kind of skill is necessary? What kind of skill? Developed countries, China included, productivity with minimum human beings, less number of people. And what they need? Highly skilled, talented individuals. That is why, if you think like your son or kid or someone who got engineering, medicine, they can all go abroad and get a job and all. It may not be easy in the abroad, international market, unless they are highly skilled. Our mere engineering or mere degree will not help them. They should be highly skilled, talented, and they should know how to develop, manage, optimize advanced system. And from where do they will learn it? Our schools and colleges. And do we have the infrastructure and all? That might be what someone of you will be thinking. What infrastructure we have in our place to do it and all. One more thing I will show you. That's from not only from this company. There are so many other companies also. Just Just a few minutes from the Volkswagen. I have a number of videos like that. You'll see. Yeah, that's a few of them. That's all. Okay, now we go back to our PowerPoint. So, and the question is, it all happening in the other? What is happening in other industries also? Other industries also same thing. Automation and robotics are everywhere. So without that, it can be agricultural, robotic harvesters. We'll see later. AI-driven tractors, drones, and then video links I'll share you later. Then robotics in the agriculture and all. Next one, food packaging, automation and robotics, not only in automotive industries, other places like food industry, what is happening. And this also I'll share the link later, you watch yourself. So yeah, this all to show you what is happening in and around us. Food processing with robotic arms for sorting and sealing, automated cooking station, smart packaging. Video examples are there. Then textile industry. China is the pioneer there. Robotic sewing machines. And instead of robot, it is known as a cobalt for garment handling, fabric cutting. There are. So that's what we started with. That is the fourth industrial revolution we are living now. Industry, economy, society, all are changing. And if you are not, if you try to live like this with the first industrial revolution period or second industrial revolution period, same ideas, we will not reach anywhere. When I say we, not we teachers, country, we'll see more examples for that. So what's the requirement now? And there was another video, I'm skipping it. 500 million pencils are made in a Chinese factory. You watch the video, then you'll come to know. So what's required? Reskilling. Millions of new jobs are there, but they are all going to be in this sort of highly technologically advanced places. So lots of job displacement, others will be thrown off. By 2025, half the global workers may require reskilling, including teaching also. Okay. And skill shift, highly skilled workers, technology, programming, AI, unskilled and all, leave it. Workforce displacement, already I mentioned. Workforce displacement. So the question is, large population in India benefit or not? Productivity and efficiency is there. That is required. Skill requirement shift, work placement displacement. This all happen. So what's the economic impact? What is the economic impact? Countries with a large population, with the skilled population, they become bigger and big. Investing in education, vocational training. Okay. And if the workforce is educated, good. Otherwise, no jobs. Okay. Then you can visit the sites like this. Yeah, there are some articles. Millions of educated youth, engineers, and the graduates, unemployment. They are lacking skills. Companies require people with the skill, not having. So this is from the front line and from some other pages that you refer it. India, how we are squanders its demographic dividend. And I take you to the next one. This is another important area. 10 GDP, largest 10 GDP wise countries, largest economies in the world. Number one, America, USA. This is all data in trillion dollars, 30 trillion, 19 trillion dollars. And you are seeing the 10 here. This is 2024 data. Now India is in the fourth position. Very good. Yeah. But you see the first two, one is 30, another is 20. And where the rest? All with 4, 4 like that. But among these, India, the largest populated country, we are in the fourth or fifth position, that is okay. But with $4 trillion, where the nearby neighbor, namely China, is with $20 trillion, 5 times they are ahead of us. If you recall, in 1990s, 1985s, those country was poorer than India. Lot of poverty, economically weaker. Now it has all changed. Second largest economy, and very soon, America knows it. They are marching up. That is why we are reading a lot about this Chinese problem, or not problem, I would say, all this trade war and all. We see that later. And you see, yeah, it is good. We are on the top list. But when compared to the other countries, our GDP per capita, per head, just read the figures. Yeah, I have put these 10 countries here. And the second one, fifth one is China, and ninth one is Brazil, like that. All others are Western society, or yeah, leave like that. And there, no, they have 5 digit. India, here you can see our per capita income. So we are the fourth largest per capita. We are among the whole set, we are the at the lowest ladder. And then what is the reason for these countries become like that? Education and skill development. Okay. And I'll take you to the next one. And this is all about Hanushek and Oseman, two great experts in the field of economics, econometrics, and finance. The link between education, economic development. If a country is richer, how it is related to the education or skill of the people. So it says that economic growth is a function of cognitive skills of the population. Economic growth. Cognitive skill. What is cognitive skill? We see that. Okay. So 75% of the variation GDP that is happening. Long-term economic growth is skills, agreed. And this is not mere statement. It is based on their analysis of 1960 to 2000 in Latin America, South America. South American countries, starting with Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Peru, all those countries together, they have some issues are there. They have lots of schools and colleges, but economically they are not growing. Why? Cognitive skill. And what is cognitive skill? You can see in this image. You are all familiar with the cognitive skill. I'm not going to deep into the Bloom's taxonomy. But here what you are seeing is Bloom's taxonomy, cognitive domain, and the Bloom's taxonomy, hierarchy of cognitive skills. That will be there. 6 levels are shown here. Remembering, understanding, applying. And that is the lower order thinking skill. When you and me or the students are entering into a school, they get school, or the colleges, they get the lower order thinking skill. And that lower order thinking should lead to higher order thinking skill. Analyzing capacity, evaluating capacity, creativity. After the studies, whether it is BSc, MSc, PG, PhD, they should be able to analyze, evaluate, and create something. And that's all part of the cognitive skill. Ability to think, learn, remember. If Chinese are making so many softwares, so many gadgets, their young population is doing that. It is not their prime minister or president Xi Jinping doing that. They are using their brain and ability, and they are doing it. So, and that is what this cognitive skill matters. So what is the lower order thinking skill? Remembering by hearting. Yeah, we all do that. Understanding, that also we get from the, this is all the lower order thinking skill. Applying, what we studied, applying. You learned something and you are applying, that's all. Next one is, so cognitive skill first level is lower order thinking skill. Remembering, understanding, applying. Okay. Second level is the capacity to analyze, evaluate. Analyze means what? Now we have, you tell your student to analyze. Now the COP30 is happening. Ask them where exactly it is. They will show like this. I do not know. What is the COP? They will ask. That is the United Nations meeting, is a UN meeting. COP30. In Brazil it is happening. Climate change and the greenhouse gases. Climate change, how to, all those issues are there. How many of them can do anything? And what is the need for that event? You ask them to analyze it. That is exactly what. Our student may not be knowing it. They know what we taught you yesterday, whether it is some accountancy or economics, that they will know. Okay, then evaluating. You go for a discussion with them. Now they see all around the country, every month there is rain. Now I am in Kerala. January to December, we are having every month this time rains. And what is the impact? Farmers are suffering. Farmers are really suffering because generally by October it ends, and then all these flowering and all will happen. Now it is all disturbed. And ask your student, our student or my student, to evaluate it. How many of them can do that? And creativity. After the studies, writing a research paper, you and me know how difficult it is. It is not an easy. Yeah, we have students and research scholars, and we have seen some are good, but how many of them can do that? Design an experiment, or write a music, write a poem, compose music. Why all these music, sorry, albums are coming from some other countries, and they are making money? Okay, otherwise economic model. Or maybe why the solar panel is so cheaper in China? We are not having it. China is bettering and bettering their technology, and the panel is getting cheaper and cheaper. Other countries cannot compete with them. We produce it, but our prices are nearly more than 1.5 or 2 times higher. That's why we cannot export it. Okay, so creativity, create something. Cognitive skill, that shows that higher order thinking skills. And so ultimately, creativity lead to the pinnacle, the topmost of cognitive skill, and it will lead to outcomes, such outcome. And what is that? We'll see that later. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, I'll continue like this. Is it okay? And you can post your questions. If you have anything in the comment box, I will answer. Occasionally, I will glance through that. Okay, sir? You are all there? Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Thank you. So, and I take you to another interesting thing. How many have heard about the pizza? Not the pizza. This pizza. We must know that. This is a test, international test. In program for international student assessment, we teachers must know it, because you will be ashamed to hear why it is. It is known as PISA test. It is conducted by an international organization, OECD, to test the education systems. Education system, countries, Indian education system, in Pakistan education system, Bangladesh education system, like that. Test performance of 15-year-old peoples, 10th, 11th students, 5,000 of them. They will be selected, not selected. Country picks. India picks 15-year-old student, 5,000 from different states, 28 states. And they all go these 2-hour test. And what is the test contains? This test tests the cognitive skills of the students. Science, maths, reading, and analyzing capacity, solve problems in unfamiliar conditions. Not the kind of testers which our students go for engineering and medical testers. all by hearting. And after that, they answer something. I would not say there is not creativity involved, but mostly it is like that only. But in this PISA test, what happened? 5,000 students from different countries, Vietnam, Congo, China, everywhere they come together, they write test. And it has been happening since 2009 or something like that, every once in 3 years. This test is there. And the top performers are all from Asia, Southeast Asia, Singapore, Japan, Taiwan, Vietnam, China. You read Vietnam and China. Top performers. And 5.4 lakh students wrote from 80 countries. Okay. And 2022 result is like that. So this is what PISA program. You read it carefully. It's a very interesting aspect. PISA test. Okay. And what happened to India? We wrote once, 2009. And in that year, there were 74 countries participated. We were the 73rd. 73rd. And thereafter, government of India did not send, not participate. That is in 2007. That was in 2017. Sorry, 2009. Okay. And this is what happened. That's what I said. I have many shocking things to say. Singapore is now number 1. So what does that mean? If Singapore students are in the top 5 or top 1, that means their education system is good. And the world level, you have to see, this is the PISA 2022 test. 25 not come. Sorry. The PISA 2022 test, all these green color are the toppers. Red color are the low performers. Altogether, around 80 countries wrote, 80. World total 198 countries. Out of that, 80 countries. Others did not participate. Here you can see entire Africa. They did not go for the test. Greenland did not write. Then some South American countries did not write. Then Russia did not. The mainland China, no. India did not. So here you can see top pairs are, who are the top pairs? So the top pairs are surprising. You read it carefully. Who are the top pairs? That's what I said. They're all from Asia, Southeast Asia. Which part of Southeast Asia? Sorry, Asia. Singapore, not the entire China. One part of China. Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, Hong Kong. They are the top 20 countries as per this international test. Good in math, science, reading, everything. And even America is 19, 18 only. Sweden, Belgium, low. And Germany is not in the top 20. And this article, this data I got from, you can read it from the Wikipedia. The Wikipedia article says Germany was so disturbed. German education ministry or the government were so unhappy because they are the industrial giants at a time. And when the data comes out, their students are not that much good in the top list. So that means there is something wrong with the education system. Okay. Then who runs this exam? That's also interesting. This is being maintained by an organization called OECD. OECD. You must be aware of that organization. Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. International body. 38 world top countries are there. Australia, Austria, Belgium, all 38 countries are there. And they have good intention. They want the world to be at peace, economic well-being, social well-being. If all are happy, it is good. Otherwise, as I said you, if America is facing this problem from Mexico, Mexico is not rich. And similarly, if India and China are getting richer, and the nearby Pakistan and Sri Lanka is in bad shape, they will intrude into our country. It will create problems. So it is necessary to education systems, outcome, social system. Everyone should have a better job, stability. Okay, so that's what this organization thinks about. So OECD conducted the test. It is known as a PISA, and we are not participating now. And the topics are all from these countries, Singapore, China, Japan, like that. And what do you mean by this? When I say these 6 countries, this is a place now which World Bank called as the East Asian miracle. Japan, South Korea, Taiwan from 1960s, 90s, they have become richer and richer. Their economy has become stronger. Japan, South Korea, and all global manufacturing hubs, electronics, textiles, automobiles, they are the leaders. That shows that those countries are marching ahead. So, what's the purpose of this PISA test? Based on this test, we can identify iniquities. Which country? If India is not faring good, that means our education system needs to be revamped. And then benchmarking, you can compare with the top ace, better understanding of what works and what doesn't. If China or Taiwan, South Korea is in the topper list, Singapore is a topper, that means their system is good. Policy making, governments, policy makers, it is a policy making. Data, they provide data. What is the status of the country? That's what I told about Germany. If Germany is unhappy, they will change their education system. Some policy change will government do. Then global scenario, encouraging countries to learn from other better countries, best practices. You follow the practices being done in the nearby better country where PISA rank is high. Accountability, and that is very important. If our students are not faring good, who is responsible for that? We all are. PISA holds education systems accountable. Our government involved, our policy makers involved, and we teachers are also involved. What we teaching them is not at all good. So it is a tool for positive change. And this all is the background for this NEP and government thinking in terms of bringing out changes. Severe opposition agreed, difficult for the teachers also, but we cannot follow with the old style of teaching and all. Skill has become essential. Okay, so this one you carefully read it. It will give you an idea. Yeah, I'll take just 2 minutes break and I'll come back because I have another welcome to do for a session. Just 2-3 minutes. You will be here.
Hello? Sir, you are not audible. You are muted by mistake, I think.
Audible.
Thank you. Actually, what happened? I told you, 2-3 minutes break I will take, and I was with another session. Is it okay now? I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I left you with this one. Why this PISA test? So what is PISA? And I would request you to visit the website of this Wikipedia and read it. Very interesting. Okay. So OECD is there, and PISA, and where do we stand? And the bottom 20 countries in the PISA, these are the countries. But and I also I forgot to tell you, yeah, many of my students now who have got admission in various international universities, European universities, American universities, and they got PG and admission with because they were all good students from my college. But many of them they came back and told me like this, sir, like, we are being compared with the educational standard wise Pakistan and Bangladesh and all. Whereas these people from Vietnam and China and they're all big, they are smart enough, very smarter than us because they struggled with their assignment, seminar and all because no plagiarism, no copying, nothing is permitted. And project work means one has to do a real project work. So yes, suffered a lot. They used to say, see, we are good in theory, but practical aspect when it comes, those students know they learn from their very early days, visiting the field and doing a lot of things in their field, and practical exposure is high. And that is the tragedy of our system, they said, like. And I remember many were literally weeping in the first year and all, but somehow they caught up, they yeah, what we call, they made up, but with a lot of difficulty. Okay, anyway, so that I want to share you. Okay, and then this Hanushaka Ledgman, whom I told you, from where we came to this topic about PISA and all, the importance of link between education and economic development. Okay, so they have one very interesting data that is regarding what they say about, one moment. Yeah, they consider education as the knowledge capital concept. Knowledge capital concept. If you are investing in the education for in countries doing, or you personally doing, that becomes the nation's capital. Okay, and that will lead to countries development. Countries development. And now we'll go to the next topic and how it is relevant to India and where do we stand. One moment. Sorry, what happened to my PowerPoint? Yeah, it is here. Not that one. Window. Okay. Fine. Sorry, there was a small break. Okay, so that's the topic. So East Asian miracle. Now you know it is known as the World Bank East Asian miracle, and the Latin America, they say it's the Latin American puzzle also. So this is for the, yeah, other tests also. There are another international test known as TIMS. They are also East Asian countries, Singapore, Chinese Taipei. They are doing well, not India. Okay. So that's about the one part. Then we'll go to the one more important thing. You tell me, otherwise you will feel no. I was talking all about AI, robotics, car manufacturing, and nothing about which is more important in the agriculture. Can you see this? Can you see this slide? Yeah, someone mute. Somebody is speaking, and okay. Hello. One moment. Okay, so in this picture,
बायोगैस प्रिपरेशन से रिलेटेड
in this image, what you are seeing is global agriculture export. Agriculture export. Number one, America. Number two, read it carefully. Netherlands, a small country, just the size of 1 by 200 the size of America, like India and Sri Lanka. Small country. They are the second largest exporter in the world. Not Brazil, not Germany, not China, who are all big countries. How could they reach that level? And I'll take you to one example here. Tomato production, one example. Average tomato. In India, it is 20-25 tons per hectare. In this country, Netherlands, the production is 50-75 from the open field. That you leave it. But from the greenhouses, they have modern agriculture skill, agriculture technology. And the production is, we are having 20-25 tons, they are with 200 to 600 tons per hectare. How they can do that? And they are using only just 0.5%, even 1% of the land. Because earlier we were all the leaders, China and then India in the farming. Now they are the world leaders. They have technology, skills, indoor farming, precision agriculture, precise climatic conditions, LED light. Carefully read it. LED light to stimulate growth. They have identified the plants which can be grown using light. Sorry. Yeah, Sachin Bocha sir, you are Sachin Bocha sir, please stop. Actually, who is Sachin Bocha? From some college, not you. Anybody know the number? Please call them. Anyway, how they are doing it now, I'll take you to video.
So Sachin sir, kindly mute your mic. You are creating the disturbances.
Yeah, in this video, I will show how the agriculture technology, what the skills. It is from the one greenhouse farming in Netherlands, one of them. And what's the technology and how the, okay, you see it. And what you are seeing is interior of a greenhouse. It's a huge farm, 14 to 15 hectares. And these plants are planted not in soil. This is in some other material, coconut fiber, rock fiber, rock, volcanic rock made fiber, just like our scrubber, no scrubber, metallic scrubber. And precision, each plant how much water, precision agriculture. And remember, it is a European country, and there the climate they control. The top of this huge building is covered with a transparent sheet that is tiltable, so light can be adjusted. And who you are seeing here are the youngest age. They are taller people. Generally, in the Scandinavian Nordic countries, people 6.5 height is there. Okay. And inside the agriculture farm, there are near lots of 4,000 or 5,000 farms are here. 1 hectare is nearly one football ground. So this building is 14 hectares. Imagine that size. Okay. And hybrid variety of seeds are used. No pesticides because interior water usage is minimum, and the remaining you watch it. So bell pepper is the capsicum. So here you have to see how the AI, computer, and the fourth industrial revolution being developed and utilized in their farms. Earlier we have seen with car industry, that is Tesla. Then I told you pencil making, a lot of things. But here, yeah, this is what I told you. The interior of a building will be like this. This is the top, and this is tilted, transparent sheets which can be tilted. Tomato or capsicum being all like this. Now we are seeing now what those countries can grow. It's European country, they have all vegetables there. So now it's 4 o'clock, and is it not time for us to dispose 15 minutes of break? Am I right? Nobody there? Now it's 4 o'clock, and we will return by 4:15. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. So I hope you are all back, and this video which I showed you, there are a number of videos like that you can see in different part of the world. And a few of you may be wondering, this is all possible in European countries, rich countries. Yes, it needs investment, but they plan it well ahead. But there are poor countries also, and I'll take you to one poor country. They have adopted the technology from the same Denmark or the Netherlands, and that is this next video. It is from Baku. Baku is in Azerbaijan, poorer than India. Okay, you just see, yeah. Read the subtitle also, where it is, how many are there. So in these videos, what you have seen is the kind of development, how it has happened, and from where those countries got the skills. So we have to consider skill development. That's what you have to see that. India, skill development, agriculture field, what's happening. That's what I want to highlight here. And when I told you, see, these people are in the Netherlands and all. They are, what technology they are using? The one which I told you, LED light. That is, someone has come out with this creative idea. Why don't we give? Why should we make the plants sleep? Let them be awake. Let them do. So night time also, instead of sunlight, it is provide LED light. Someone researched out. That is a research, and ultimately that leading to a better creativity, the one which we told you, analytical mind, creativity and all. So here what you are seeing, plants they are not allowed to sleep. Okay, not all plants. Some plants okay sleep just like us, but there are other plants. There's plant sorted those plants, and this is how they are farms. This is from their real websites, and this one is from the Lighting Philips, same Philips company, which we are all familiar with. Strawberries. So the advertisement from their site says you have all support, home, cases, everything. Grow strawberries with Philips green power LED top lighting. So this all we call as you take it as research plus skill, and that's how they increase their productivity. Okay. And another one. This is the one basic model of a greenhouse. Other than that, 4,000 enterprises and 1.5 lakh workers, producing euro 7.2 billion worth vegetables, 80% exported. Remember what I told you regarding the fourth industrial revolution? Countries with superior technology, with skilled people, they become richer and richer. When this reciprocal tariff war came, there was many Indian papers or articles saying that no, this is all subsidized in America, USA, maybe some of them, American, I don't know. But in these countries, no, what they do, they have the technological advancement. They can do that. And what you see in that image, this is all capsicum or tomato without any pesticides. And what is our situation here? Though all the rules, regulations, everything is there. Okay. And what kind of materials they use? Hydroponic system, substrate system. And what is the hydroponic system? This is one example. Hydroponic system, because plants now they need a material to grow. It can be soil, it can be coconut fiber, it can be even wire mesh. You see how the mind worked and how it, and then remember, where do they have coconut? Europe? No. Past 10-15 years they have been doing it. And I live in South India where we have lots of coconuts and all this coconut husk. It is burned out. It is a simple waste. Generally, with the arrival of all this natural gas for cooking and all, people don't want it. Earlier, they used for a coconut husk in Kerala. But there, the European people, they have found out a way how to use it. And they are getting that coconut fiber from Mexico, because Mexico is closer to Europe from the other side. So there was another video which I don't want now, lack of time, I'm not showing here. So what you see in this image, this is coconut fiber and soil, some mixture. And this company says coconut fiber is good for porosity, water retention capacity, and this is tomato is grown there, and you are getting like this. And this Mexican company website, they are saying because of their requirement of this coconut fiber, and they are also happy because earlier, as you know, coconut is having only the husk and all. Other than that, in the outskirts, the husk, the cover is not used for anything. Now the coconut husk has become import value, export value. So that's another thing. You can visit the site of these companies, Novagiri. There are so many companies. And this is another one. Pellet like rock, 1,500 degrees Celsius. It became coconut fiber, rock fiber, and that is used for growing hybrid variety. And take you back to, then someone may be wondering why, so what's the difference here? What you see in this image now, this is from the Hindu newspaper again. Nizamabad Agriculture Market. Okay, in 2025, 2025, they are drying turmeric. What is wrong in that? What is this technology? 79 years of independence, and we are still with this kind of technology. Nothing wrong in that. But what you have to think about is, what are the people who are working there? 42 degrees Celsius. 3 people, you are seeing 3 farmers are there, and hot conditions, 42 degrees Celsius, they are working, and must be, there are a lot of people available, so cheap labor is available. But the hardship they have to face. Okay, and what is this technology? This is turmeric. And the same thing can be a mechanized thing. You have seen the other video. That's what you have to compare here with. On the other part of the world, people are working in, though not air conditioned, but it's a kind of air conditioned agriculture farm. with better technology, high productivity. And here on the other side, we are seeing this. And this is a technology which we have been using for the past 150 years. No change at all. And that is what our skills have to come, what the country needs. Okay. And what kind of development to be taken, and what local institutions can do. And there is one very good article from one IIT professor. He says that Indian industry, yeah, I think about another thing. These three people who you are seeing here, take them as the parents of your arts and science college students. Those who are from a very well-educated background, definitely, they might have gone somewhere else. Others will be studying in our colleges. How many of them will go back to agriculture like this? They don't. They don't. At the same time, if you are offering them, or if it was possible, like the kind of technology used in Azerbaijan and all, or in Denmark, people would have been loving to go to field. Some of them might have become entrepreneurs. They would have taken agriculture as a source of income. And why whom to be blamed? Like this article that clearly says Indian industry. Indian industry don't support research. Now now the NEP and all skill apprenticeship. Now we are wondering where to send our kids for an apprenticeship. What kind of factories we have? What kind of industries we have? And in these places nowadays, so those kids are that European children are working. Yeah, there might be apprenticeship, internship or apprenticeships. That is all possible. These are the possibilities which I want to highlight here. And in this article, you carefully read it. It is from the same article. I had taken the highlights only. 2025 written. In the export of world garments, India stagnant at 3.1 last 2 decades. We are stuck. And who are our competitors? Bangladesh and Vietnam. Plus China. China anyway, see, world population 17% China, 17% India. 1.4 billion, 1.42 billion like that. But Bangladesh and Vietnam, it is something like so small country, outperformed India in garment industry, modernization. They have the skills. In India, what happened? A lot of poor people like these are there. Companies are exploiting them. That's all. But how long this all will go? How it affects the country's growth? And this article from the IIT professor wants that. Industry short gains only. In the long run, it will suffer. Because we will stuck with, that's what I said, that reciprocal tariff, I read in many newspapers, yeah, they are all Western society, they're having all subsidies. It is not subsidies alone. They have better technology, high productivity. Where we are stuck here. Okay, that's one thing. Other thing, we have to think about it. Okay, then what we can do about it? Then before that, yeah, world's 10 GDP agreed. We are the top list GDP wise. And in our country, only 17% of GDP is from agriculture. You read carefully. This is 2024-25 data. Agriculture, allied sector, 17% is from agriculture. Other is coming from industry, service sector. But read this red line carefully. Largest livelihood in India, 55% of country's total workforce in agriculture. This is the workforce you are seeing. 55% people are here. That is why when these politicians and when the lament, no, we are for the poor, and actually what they do. And when the successive governments bring in the right policy, we will oppose it. Opposition will oppose it. And the farmers also, by blindly believing them, align with them. And the kind of videos this I showed you, farmers, they do not know. And from where to who are going here. And someone has to show the way. Okay. So that is the core point I want to bring in here. And then what you and me can do, we are in a college or in a university, and see what we can do for the society. The field of agriculture from my rural area, create awareness about modern farming techniques and best practices, adopt them. In your college, you are offering a course on something like that, the modern technologies, and we will say, no, as per the old pattern, we will say agriculture is agriculture universities. Now the NEP, that's all thrown out. Your institution, your department can bring in any course that suits, good for the society, and show the society, your village area, this is possible. And if you are from a richer management, invest some money, offer courses like that so that students will come and they will become experts in this kind of agriculture, and we can go for collaborations. All these companies which I showed you, they are there. They will provide the support. And this someone has to sit in the department, in the institution, think about it. And that is the core point I want to bring here. So agriculture productivity in India, how we can do? Establish a model farm with modern technology, your students, and they will witness it. And they can begin automated machinery, irrigation system, or am I okay? Okay, so this is what you can think about doing in your place. And technology adaptation, student involvement, community involvement. Students will take to the home, and the farmers, one farmer does something, it spreads in the region. Yes. Okay. So that is the part. And we can go to the next part. This is about China. Again, you read it carefully. I told in the beginning, we have a lot of things to be ashamed of. And can you read it? 53% of world's electric battery fuel cell is coming from China. 53% China. Read the next line. 23-24, all the Indian electric vehicles are from China. Not vehicles, electric vehicle battery fuel cells. We have all so many companies here. That's what we fear about it. But none of them. We don't have the technology. How come that country is having it? That is their vision. Skill development education happened. 23-24, 1.9 billion. That is 19 lakhs vehicles. All from China. And this is what this article says. Electric vehicle colony of China. So what is wrong with that? Our money is going to China. That's all. India heavily dependent. Imports from China. Magnets. $7 billion to China last 5 years. And how could China reach this level? They got the skill. You read it carefully. Electric vehicles or lithium-ion battery, it's the cheapest one. Discovered by whom? 1996, University of Texas, American, John B. Goodenough. He found out a cathode material for lithium battery. Only that much, not the battery. Cathode material for lithium-ion battery, lithium-ion phosphate can be used. And then what happened? 96, after that, this idea was taken well by China. They invested heavily and foundation for further advancement in battery technology. And BYD, the car is here, no? BYD car. 10 years ago, they were the battery manufacturer. And they followed this technology. And from 2000 onwards, research and development, they got the skill in lithium-ion battery technology. BYD, build your dream. Government support also. Then one more company, CATL, 10 years. And by 10 years, China became the collaborator with universities, research institutes. What do you mean by collaborations? Battery technology. If a battery factory is in your nearby place, they are getting the people who have the enough expertise to do the job, apprenticeships, skills. That's what happened. Next one, 2000, 10 years, 2015. Remember, this is a period when we were all complaining about our mobile phone batteries are bursting. All these are Chinese mobile phone. And we were blaming Chinese. It is not because of Chinese. That was the period when small mobile phone became a larger one, and the batteries, they have their own problems, but they're sorted out. Battery energy density, lifespan, they increased. Okay. And 2017, I'm leaving. 2020, what happened? Electric vehicle technology. We were all saying electric vehicle car, battery, it is going to be another environmental damaging material, e-waste, like that. But nothing happened. By 2020, China is ready with the next technology, battery recycling technology. You buy a car, we are ready to buy back. You see, there are companies, Chinese companies offering that. So their battery is cheaper. And we are, yeah, here no, that concern was there. Electric vehicle battery means 6-7-11 lakhs rupees. No, then ultimately what we will do? Yeah, battery research and technology, they come out. Research and skill. Here you have to see two aspects. One is research, other side is skill. And in 2024, what happened? Read it. Tesla, BMW, global, all the manufacturers, they started taking Chinese battery. What is the message? Global electric vehicle battery market is by China. Now you know what is the reason for the fundamental. This is one among the many things. And now in 2025, now we are hearing they are moving away from lithium iron phosphate, because lithium you have to bring in from South America or from mining. Environmental complaints are there, Africa and all. Now they are getting ready with the sodium, salt, sodium chloride, cheapest alternative. So not 90%, but now China is ready. So this is all happening in the nearby country. They have all the skills, they have all the technologies, and why should we bother about it if anyone is thinking like that? But we have to see that Indian population 1.46 billion, China 1.42 billion, entire global world population both are 17%. What is the message here? They have ideas, they have brains. What we are doing? We have younger states, demographic dividend, which we proclaimed every year. But when you see scenarios like this, what is the meaning here? Entire Europe only 9%. Entire Africa so big, 18% only. World population is here. This much people are here, but how come our people are less productive? And why China is having all the skills? Recent Indo-Pakistan war also, they have shown that. If you read the articles, China selling fighter planes to Pakistan to use against India. What is the technology? So that means China has reached that level. Fighter planes of China can match with Europe and America. They reach that level. And whatever we are buying from other countries. And so much of money. So this is a reality. Okay. And GDP already I showed you. This one also showed you. Then we go to the core point of this skill development. And what you see here, global dominance in electronics. This is from the Amazon site. If you look for a mobile phone, all companies, OnePlus, Realme, everything, Redmi, all from China. And all the items right in front of me, my mobile phone, my laptop, my camera, pen, everything from which country? So global dominance in electronics, electric vehicles, advanced manufacturing, how come they reach that level? And that is what Industry 4, vocational training. Industries are efficient. That is why all these countries are willing to invest in China. They have lots of young people who are with the right skills to work in factories. If you have any doubt, read this article. Tashit Tarur has written in Hindu, August 7, 2025. 300 Chinese engineers from Apple factory, Foxconn, they pulled out. That is during that American reciprocal tariff war period. Apple was about to ship to India. 300 Chinese. The purpose was to block Indian factory manufacturing of Apple phone in India. See, then you just think about why we are so dependent on these 300 Chinese engineers. Don't we have engineers? We have. But this is how, that is this from the newspaper article. Okay. So China, how they do well and how they are manufacturing. And another one, rare earth minerals required by everybody. The reason why America is giving bad news to all levies to India, not to China, because rare earth dominance. China is 70-60% of all rare earth minerals materials. They have the products. It is required for electric vehicle. It is required for mobile phone, all the technology. America cannot antagonize China. But whereas India, we are at the receiving end. So this is all we have to think about it seriously. Ordinary people, they do not know. And if China stops giving rare earth minerals, our automakers over. They cannot. Our smartphone phone, it will be. So this is the situation. How we have reached that level? And all these things, TikTok, Temu, which country? It's a BBC article, China. Okay. So how they could reach the level, and that is what the core point. So in this section, you are seeing all aspects of the NEP, skill development, why it is so essential. That is government policy. Yeah. Reforms in vocational education, number one. They have dual track education system. Their traditional universities are there, and vocational ITIs, not IIT, ITIs and polytechnic. The students are aiming for skill-based careers in industries. After middle school, 9th standard, they go to vocational schools. 50% of Chinese students are in vocational schools. What is the Indian scenario? How many of us will send our students to our kids to IIT, ITI, Polytechnic? No, that is not taken as prestigious. But here, no such issues. So what happened? They have younger states who are skilled enough. Skilled enough. So that's the reason why all this manufacturing process at so cheap level it is possible, and they have the skills. Number one. Number two, strong industry collaboration, apprenticeships. What is the importance? Apprenticeships, job ready skills. Industry colleges operates in association with the industries. In your region, if there is agro park, I have shown you. Okay. If there is an agro park, if it is a tourism industry, whatever might be that. Accordingly, colleges design the courses. Companies co-design courses to match real industry needs. Not producing huge bulk of engineers and asking them to go and find a job. Not that way. It's other way around. If a region has a specific industry, if it is agriculture industry or if it is a car industry, accordingly. So mobile industry, that's anyway. Next one. Therefore, dual education apprenticeship model, copied from China. Sorry, Germany. Germany's dual system. Students 50% of the time in factories. So what happened? Earn, learn, and earn. That is one side. Other than that, they become job ready. When they go out from our colleges or universities, job ready skills are there. And they can work into any factory workforce immediately. Next, investment in vocational training. Funding skill development. Our government also provides, but the problem, what's the problem? Money comes to your college, who decides what? All sort of politics. Institution, management, department, and ultimately the money will be wasted. That is not may not be possible in that country. If you are given a state-of-the-art lab, AI robotics training center, this is all necessary in that country. And partnership with the tech giants also. So that's the other side. Then next one, mindset. Sorry. Vocational careers are respected and well paid. You read it carefully. And what happened to our BVSC course? BO courses, most of them over. Why? Because parents did not like their kids studying or see we consider it as inferior. Society pressures students into white collar degree. Go for engineering, doctor. Don't become a ITI or polytechnic fellow and work as a what we call So that is the core point. Okay. So AI technician, automation engineers. That is what they have plenty in their vocational schools or colleges. And then another one is craftsman spirit. If you check the videos, you can see this. Most of this education system in the Singapore and all, they are the students. No, they learn way from the very beginning. What they do, craft, handicrafts are there. Maybe cooking, maybe gardening, embroidery, or designing. All these things, necessaries and all. It's not the old kind of singing and all those things which we do here. So mind changes from the very beginning. They all want to get some craftsman spirit. Everybody wants to get, all kids wants to get some skill from a very young age. Next one, syllabus, AI, robotics, automation compulsory. No outdated skills. If you ask me, we will say we will do all the same thing. We will teach some nicely theory, AI, machine learning, robotics, industrial automation, everything we teach theory. Watch video. That's all. And when such a student is given to a factory, AI factory, what he can do there? Semiconductor fabrication. There are courses. Electric vehicles, solar panels, battery technology. There will be all these courses, and they get real world exposure. And that someone of us will say, no, we don't have the investment, we don't have money. Somehow we have to find it out. If it is a government college, I don't know. Government funds, you have to wait. But state governments, if they are supporting you, that is good. Otherwise, no, difficult. But somehow with other agencies, someone has to find out. Otherwise, no, aided institutions or private institutions, they have much more options, especially with autonomous colleges and all. They have the freedom. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going further into that. Then localized R&D. That's what I showed you, the case of the lithium-ion battery. American research, and they are the one who brought in the University of Texas. And that is why when Trump says, you all Chinese and only come to our country, you stole our ideas and all. To a certain extent, that is true. They went abroad, they studied, they gone back to their country and did the research. And that is the topic here. And gone back to their country and then did the localized. All this electric vehicle, battery, fuel cell, they did not copy from anywhere. Thereafter, they built this lithium-ion batteries, now sodium batteries. They are also doing research. Okay. Then private sector participation and foreign influence. You know that. See, when you have your college or some company, you are allowing the company, private sector to participate. There will be competition. And there may be international organizations if they are interested. But for that, no, we should keep our doors open. Anyway, so that part I'm skipping. Then reforms in evolution. Sorry, reforms and evolution. What is that? Education. We have to think that older days, old generation teachers, you consider as lucky. Whatever they learned, they might have little updated, taught you BSc, MSc. And if we plan to go with that level, it won't work out. We have to update new technologies. Now students all know there are so many tools, AI, and all these website videos and all. COVID opened it out. It is available. It is not needed to sit in our class at all. Many students know that. And when it spreads in the society, degree use is not of any use. After the +2, you go for some such courses. They will not come to our institution. So it has become our duty to see that we are reforming our courses. Okay. And automation, AI, that's what in the beginning I said. World Economic Forum says technical skills, AI and automation and cyber security like digital technology. This is where the jobs are going to be. Students with the skills in digital technology or the modern techniques, they will get job. Others will fade out. And for the teachers, lifelong learning, reskilling. One AI tool this month, next year another AI tool, and you have to bring it into your education system. And similarly for the whatever technology you are teaching or subject you are teaching, you have to see the latest in the field, and reskill and lifelong learning become necessary. So these are the core factors which we have to see, and that is how the NEP is. That is what NEP is trying to do. So I cited China as just one example, but that is a thought-provoking one. How come that country, which was so poor in 1980s, 85 and all, reached this level? And everything, now they have become the global manufacturing hub. They don't speak English much, but they have the very good population who are ready to produce all these cheaper items and many innovative items. And why we are not doing it? And that is the thinking we should have in mind. So at least, yeah, what we can teach, we can tell our youngest days, and the present mind attitude and all, it won't help them. Okay, so skill education has become part. Then next one. So why India struggles to replicate this? Yeah, vocational courses we don't do. Industry collaboration, nil. Nest for the sake of narrating, no, somebody will put some industry collaboration, that's all. But actually, what kind of industry collaboration we have? And that's why I told about the turmeric drying and all. Yeah, some industry should support when you are somebody having a idea of doing producing some instrument. We are not getting the support. Okay, then outdated curriculum. It will not help. Okay. Yeah, we go to a next part again from World Economic Forum. Fastest growing jobs. Carefully read it. Big data specialists. This is a international data. AI and IT, it requires big data specialists, fintech engineers, all these online banking, financial services, mutual funds included, everything. More and more of them will come. Services are there. Those companies require people who have skill in this one. Then AI and machine learning specialists, high demand, AI technology. These are the fastest growing jobs. Developers of software and software applications or digital technology. Yes. Fifth one, autonomous vehicles, which we have seen in the most earlier days in the James Bond movies. Now that is going to come here. Autonomous vehicles, electric vehicles, specialists, solar panel, same thing. So this is all required because of green transition, sustainable transportation, and this very carefully read it. Fastest declining jobs. This is international data, not India alone. Clerical secretary job. It will be reduced by automation, digitalization. Just think about bus conductors, TTRs, train all these people. What may happen? Book a ticket, show you a ticket, enter, the door opens, you are inside. That's all. Just like in the metro stations. So those jobs will go. Ticket clerks, yeah, I already mentioned. Cashiers in banks, what happened? Now the young generation, how many of them go to banks? It's either GPay or yeah, some kind of a platform like that, digital platform. Okay, and internet banking. So it is, this many number is not needed. Okay, bank deadlines, data clerks. And next one, printing workers. What happened to the old data pro like NITI like institutes? Where are they now? How many of us care about it? Remember, there was a period when all these companies were doing great business. They're all gone. Now who needs computers, computer technology and all? Computer shops. And accountants and auditors. There is another warning. Accountants and auditors. All these accounting auditors, AI, you just put your data into the system. They will tell you what is your tax and what you have to do. So there are challenges. So fastest declining jobs are this. Okay. So what are the key technologies of fourth industrial revolution? Industrial automation and robotics. Use of robots. You have seen how it is being used in that agriculture field. And if we have a feeling that it is not possible in India, see, it is possible in outside India. China also uses that. They will bring in cheaper vegetables, and we will be with the old technology with low productivity. Tesla, 1 minute, one car. And if it takes 1 month in India, what does it mean? That's all. Then smart factories, same thing already I shared you. Okay, so there all these factories require a lot of sensors. So these are the technologies. Vegetables, no, if they are being identified by a sensor. If your CCTV camera is having a sensor, it's repair, it's manufacturing, and the number is going to increase only. So IoT sensors, predictive maintenance. You know that when you give a car to most of these automated manufacturers, they know what item to be changed. Okay, anyway, the next one, AI and machine learning, vocational training require, big data, predictive analysis, lot of data for the factories. So data analytics, predictive maintenance, cloud computing, vocational training, jobs are there. Then digital twins. Earlier days, someone wants to make a car, a small prototype. Now it is all over. Digital version, factory or machine, anything, not car alone. Engineers create a digital twin. So in students who are interested in that aspect, vocational training for digital models. Then similarly, 3D printing, additive manufacturing, cloud computing, AR and VR. One example, cited is Boeing company, AR headsets to train workers in aircraft wiring assembly. No need to have a huge factory of air. Yeah, you don't have to be in the Boeing factory. Training workers in industry skills without real world investment risk. And then these are the areas where more research, more and more effort skills are required. Solar energy already I mentioned enough. China is the leader. All others are trying to beat them, but they are marching ahead. India is also rapidly saying something. Then hydrogen energy research. Yeah, lots of attempt is going on there. If anyone brings out the technology how to make split water, electrolysis of water, if we can make it cheaper, that is the most futuristic area. Now we heard about hydrogen fuel is there, but it is costly, splitting, electrolyzing, and it is costly. Now all around the world, Germany, Japan, South Korea, Australia, US, everywhere, lots of research countries are making global clean energy transition, and for that they are looking for same thing. This is what I told you: splitting and storage and including production of hydrogen fuel. So that's about the other things. Then we go to the next part. Yeah, if anyone thinks like about the what we can do in colleges and school. In colleges, there is one very simple example. What are our assignments and seminars? Actually, it is a good tool. If the American credit system in 1980s, if they brought in assignments and seminars, which we made it as a simple parts. That's why I told you, students from my students, when they went abroad, they found it very difficult. No copying. Seminar means someone has to present it nicely. Assignment means someone has to refer the books. Imagine your degree students are doing it. Write it well. Present it. Then only teacher gives the marks. No copying. If copying is done, many of them, I know, they lost their semester. They were caught with the plagiarism software, lost 10 to 15 lakhs of rupees. It is not permitted. So, and what about the role of assignment? Assignment helps in critical thinking. You give a topic. If it is reciprocal tariff war between India and America or China, someone has to read a lot of things. Maybe referring AI tools or whatever might be that. But they read a lot. Critical thinking, analytical capacity, if it is about discovering something, mind has to work. When I told you coconut fiber, if the Europeans, they do not have coconut there, but they found out that this coconut can be used there. And that is the critical thinking and analytical ability and writing skill. How many books, how many poems written by our people? No. So instead, they all follow copy paste culture. Whatever potential skill they have, copy paste. Just visit internet, and we don't take it seriously, because many teachers have told me when I say in these classes, sir, even if one or two teachers like me doing what way it help, I say no, make it as a policy or institution. Students may not know. Only good students will come to your institution, and that will give a label to your institution. Just like many of the top-rated colleges in India or in IITs and all, there's a label for them. Okay. And how it helps, already I mentioned, critical thinking, skill, writing capacity, research skill also. Don't think your topic now, the one which you're studying in teaching in a degree college is irrelevant. It is highly relevant. They get these skills. And what about the seminars? Seminars are crucial. Again, I go back to the European or the American system. Student has to present it well. There will be others will be asking question. Teacher also will be asking question. No copying permitted. And seminar presentation, it should be on based on the real data. So what happened? Critical inquiry. If you give it your student a problem like what is happening, what are the common diseases in your area, they have to go find out inquiry. Or if you're giving a question how the climate change is affecting the tourists in Himachal Pradesh, they have to find out, and solution also will come out. Okay. Then presentation skills. Students will get presentation skills. So while doing a seminar, they get communication skill. 30 members in a class, and they have to take it well, articulate ideas. Then teamwork. Some will be collaborative seminars. Time management, 5-10 minutes, how to prepare present one. Adaptability, when somebody asks them question, how to face it confidently, answer it correctly, or take it in the right spirit, positively. So feedback and questions. So this is how seminars so what is our role? We are all part of underutilization of assignments and seminars. Students know, they do not know, lack of awareness. But teachers' responsibility is what? Enlighten students. Have we done that? Okay, so passively we are permitting means we are all digging our own grave, country's grave. So that's about the major part. Then language teachers, many of them, social science may be wondering, I'm talking all about agriculture, technology, industry and all. Not that way. All these softwares, all that is good. But software alone will not help. Someone has to understand. Language and social science teachers only can do that. What they can do that? Communication, local context, cultural, linguistic, economic reality. It has to be. It has to be. The idea has to come from whom? Someone has to teach, and there has and then training and trust, local operators. See, send somebody with a software to some village, it will not work out. They should know knowledge and then the linguistic and economic reality, and to understand that people from social science are required. Languages are required. What language is to be used? So that's why it is a kind of bridge between technical innovation and human relevance. Remember, when you are trying to give some translation or something to your chat GPT or Copilot says, no, we cannot. See, they are all sometimes they fail, and then when we ask them the question, they will say, I'm a technique, I'm a machine. Beyond that, I cannot. And you are the way of thinking in a certain language, we don't have that capacity. Okay. And then so what to do? What to do is simple. Computational linguistics, catching up languages. Okay. Earlier way of languages may not, because now everything, translation and the grammar, everything can be done with the softwares. Okay, great. But as language teacher with the basic knowledge, interdisciplinary expertise of knowledge in both language and computer science. It doesn't mean an English teacher or a Hindi teacher has to study entire computer science and all. The ones which are needed for a specific subject, syntax, semantics, phonetics and all, a technical infrastructure, they can. Gap between theory and practical computational interpretation. Okay. So they have long value. So in the coming days, linguistics have to see that they are getting the computational linguistic expertise. That is a part of AI. That is known as NLP. But if everyone jumps into NLP, that may not be required. There are people who are smart enough to use both language and then this capacity of computation as power. They will march ahead. Okay, so that's why we call as the natural language processing, which is part of AI only, interaction between computers. Okay, and how NLP can be used and all. I'll give you an example. Social media, all these we read now India website and all with YouTube or various every social media platforms are there. There many youngsters are. I do not know how much they're making. I don't know, maybe right or wrong. But anyway, but the kind of discourse, what language will be used, what language will be used, discourse unless on social media. Okay, and that's all. That is the way we have to see from the language teacher's perspective. My language, how it can be, in what way it can influence the social media or the users, because social media users or the creators, developers are going to increase only. And what language it be used to understand society attitude. Then another very common used example, I often quote our Donald Trump himself, the kind of language and the shows he make it and all. This is all predetermined, prefixed with the support of all this NLP, language and power. What language to use? How to use for power dynamics. So in various, maybe in politics, in education also. Okay. So then another one is sentiment analysis and literature. Same author, he writes different books. One author which actually mesmerized me is the person who called that Michael Crichton. Hello, you are all there? I'm sorry, I didn't ask you a question or anything. I can proceed.
Yes.
Okay. So Michael Crichton is the person who wrote the Jurassic Park book. And the same person wrote the book about Congo, that monkey thing. Yeah, it's orangutans and all. Anyway, and same person wrote another book on disclosure in 1980s. I remember reading that's about the Boeing industry. The flight industry. The same thing which we heard from Air India tragedy. What kind of games these companies play. And Rising Sun, another wonderful book. Japan, America, just like China-America war. See, this fellow, he has written books in different lines and languages you someone wants to analyze. AI may not be, but for that's what we call sentiment analysis and literature. NLP techniques, analyze sentiment. And it can be poems also. For example, you got any Hindi song writer, and what if he's following the same style, the system will say this is his style, this is all similar. First example, A.R. Rahman, or this is from South, and then that Ilayaraja, another from Tamil Nadu, and then Javad Ikhtar, I think, yes. And such people analyze sentiment and literary text. It is possible. NLP is possible. And in different languages, what kind of words to be used for sentiments. Okay, then authorship analyze also. So this is all being done by machines, but for that the basics has to come from languages, and that requires language. So person with language expertise plus computer expertise, digital expertise required for NLP order might be that. So we have to say interdisciplinary expertise has become essential. If you say I'm an English teacher, I will teach only like this, it will not. There are so many other tools which we can replace, which can replace us. You know that. Okay. So now what is required is, now there are various system AI tools are coming, means now a language teacher, how he can develop the right kind of stuff needed for the people need, like social media platform order might be that. Okay. So that's the basic. It can be text analysis, language modeling, sentiment analysis. You talk to any NLP teacher, they help you. And then virtual assistant. See, they should not get confused. You may be knowing that some same name. It may be having one verb and one name also. And the system may get confused. But a human being know when he is using in the language, he can. Translation also same thing happen. Machine translation. So these all are NLP applications. Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, Google Translate, everything. Okay. Customer service chatbots, all these. So this all requires but the number will be limited. But a person with expertise and real knowledge, they have a lot of opportunities now. Okay. So that's all the core point. Okay. Now we come to the last part of this session. Yeah, that's about the National Skills Qualification Framework. Okay. So this is all part of the National Skill Qualification Framework, NSQ of 2023. When you are still with the old one, it has been revised recently. And what is that? It is in collaboration with the NCVT and the UGC and the NEP. And what is the NSQF says? Okay, education and skills training. And not only that, and what are the various NSQF levels are there? NSQF levels. Earlier it was 10 levels. Now it is level 1, level 2, like level 8. 8 levels are there. Okay. And 8 levels means in between they brought in this 2.5, 3.5, that levels also. Okay. So what is this is when somebody says one person is level 1, that means he is having the knowledge, skill, aptitude of that level 1 only. He is from 5th class. So from a fifth class student, sorry, a person with the 5th standard education, what kind of knowledge, skill, aptitude you can expect? And that is what level 1. Level 8 goes for the PhD. In PhD, what happened? When somebody is with PhD, as per the global international standards, they take it as he is the master in that topic. He is the master in a specific field, innovative, and he knows what to do. So that is a level 8. But for us, the important point starts from the 4.5 onwards. 4.5. Why 4.5? Level 1 means 5th class. Level 2 means 7th class. So a person with this, 8th standard education, he is at level 2. He is good for certain kind of jobs, factory work or housekeeping and all. So when it become conditional, suppose in India, it has become, a rule has come that is you should employ assistants housekeeping only with a person with a minimum educational level 2. You cannot employ a person with level 1, 5th class fellow for the level 2 level if such a rule comes into effect. But the reality is different. That part I'm leaving. But companies know when they employ somebody, they have to see that this is a 5th class standard, 10th standard, 12th standard, degree first 1 year, degree 1 year, degree 2 year, degree honor, all of those things. No, they are expecting. Okay, so and they're expecting that level description means this person should be having the knowledge and skill and aptitude of which he might have learned from his 12 years of study. If the job is requiring a level 3.4 level fellow, that means only 11th and 12th standard students are eligible. The ones with the lesser level, not eligible. Then we come to our college level. So college levels, there are 4.5 and 5. 4.5 is UG first year. 5 is UG second year. Credits no added to that. Then a person from your college, if he is leaving second year of degree, that means he is at level 5. Okay, he is at senior technician or such things he can do. Level 5.5 and 6. 3-year degree, 4-year degree. A 3-year degree fellow, he will be at the 5.5 level. 6-year degree, the 4th year degree, honors, he is at the 6th level. MSc first year also, PG first year also reaches the 6th level. Same time, level 6.57, many are confused. Level 6.5 is for a person with the UG and PG. UG and PG. 7 is only for PG in engineering. So when somebody says, when some job requirement is level 7 only expected, means a person from PG engineering only eligible for that. Okay. So level 8 already mentioned. So this is what we call as the various levels. National Skills Qualification Framework 2023. So there the levels are from 1 to 8, not 1 to 10. Yeah, the categories, they are modified in such a way that is after 2, 2.5 and 3, 3.5, that is there. So the difference is 2 stands at 8th class. 2.5 means 9th class, like that. And these presentations I will share with you later. You can check it up. Then credit framework, that every more teachers know that credits for learning and skills. Okay, so for that colleges and school, everything there is a credit is given. So even at the school level also you will be getting credit now. So how many credits you got? Okay, then so that part I'm not repeating. Then NCVT, that is your institution wants to offer a vocational course. So vocational course means there will be certain rules and regulations. Auto might be the course, BVOC and all. You have to bring in certain, if you want to add embroidery or diamond cutting as a course to your degree course, degree program, we have to follow it is certification, NSQ of NCVT regulations we have to follow. That's all. Then the national education policy, which we are all seeing. So what is the ultimate aim of national education policy? Vocational education. Remember what I said about China. Why they are marching ahead. That thinking has to come. Theory learning will not help. So integration of general and vocational education. So so if suppose somebody wants, yeah, anyone can. That's why even physics teacher can, physics fellow can study biology, and all such aspects are there. So this is all in general. We call it as the National Skills Qualification Framework (NSQF), and in the framework, the what are the various subdivisions like NSQF is what, NC credit is what, NCVT is that. It's like a UGC take it as NCVT. It's a regulatory body. You have to follow to start a vocational education, their rules and guidelines like AICT and all, same thing. And then we go to, then there are various initiatives like Skill India Mission. Yeah, that is very active. And National Skill Development Corporation, NSDC. Okay, visit the website. I'll share the link later. Skill India Digital Hub, and their upskilling, reskilling, career growth, lifelong learn. You have lots of options. Introduce your students to all these websites. Introduce them so they can visit the website. For example, here there is one internship program. Free internship is there, paid internship is there. Good industry, sometimes they may be asking paid internship for students. And sorry, free means nothing, you can just work and no pay. Paid means you will be getting some 5,000, 10,000, or whatever might be, that incentives will be there. So this is what overview of all the skill. Yeah, India hub is there. Visit the website. And next one is the NSDC, a public-private partnership. Okay, and this is also under Ministry Skill Development, Entrepreneurship, Government of India. And visit the website. There are so many sublinks are there. Who are the NSDC partners in your area? Sector scale councils who are there, with whom you can interact with. You have to find out. And then where are the schemes and initiatives? All these are given in the website. I'll take the link and you visit later, because beyond the level I cannot keep on explaining about it all. You visit it and then understand what are the technical Indian training program available, what is the skill impact bond, what are the schemes available, and for him and worry, is there a NSDC training center is nearby or not? And that leads the question, what is NSDC training center? That is for college teachers and all, NSDC building the skill ecosystem. So what happened? Along with education, you should get the skill. And for that, what the teachers can do, you can join NSDC standard by becoming a training partner. A college or a polytechnic, they can. NSDC affiliated training partner. So skill development courses you can do with the support of NSDC. Okay. So we'll be trainers. And then there are programs for, suppose you want to be a trainer. NSDC has training of master trainers. Visit the website, identify. College teachers know we are not masters of each and everything. We may be in the subject matter, but expertise. We can undergo this training, and that way you can become a facilitator and trainer. Okay. And content development. Yes, if you have, teachers can, if they have expertise, you can associate with NSDC and develop review like a Swayam MOOC courses, which we are here doing. Develop, review, and validate this training content. Then, already I mentioned apprenticeships and internship, where it is available. Teachers can guide the students. Okay. So you are, it is a platform to expand your role from purely academic teachers, purely theory teachers to skill enablers, and or you can be a master trainer. And that is what NSDC website is there. Visit that. Those are the 2 key points. Okay. Then there are other forums also. National Education Technology Forum, NETF is there. Digital tools, visit that, and there you can see digital training programs offered by NETP is there. National Educational Technology Forum. National Education Technology Forum. Visit the website. Okay, online teaching, assignment, and there you have various options. You will see that. Okay. Then lastly, informal education, non-formal education. What is formal education? The one which we are doing, going to college, school, that is formal education. Non-formal means what? See, now you are attending a course. You are an economics teacher, but you are going for a biology course, vocational training program. That's all non-formal. Okay, so formal, non-formal. And then comes to the informal education. What is that? And this is the unplanned, unstructured. Suppose you are getting some skill from your nearby neighbor. It is like, I'll show you some examples. Yeah, this is what you see. What you see here is, this is a village community in near to Calicut in Kerala. They are known for making basket weaving. This is the basket weaving you are taking, and then making mats, traditionally woven mats. And this mat is made of Cora grass. It's a grass, lemongrass. Like it's not lemongrass. It's grass, sedge grass. So they know that community knows it, and they are masters in this particular art. Suppose you are also learning the same skill, you will not be part of that community. Or no, we can say you are studying, pottery, weaving in addition to your teaching, wood carving, terracotta art. That's all. From where do you get it? Maybe from neighbor, or maybe watching it somebody, and that's also a skill. And so leading from family members, community elders, all these possibilities. Okay. So suppose you have a unique expertise like that, acquired skills are there, apprenticeship and hands-on experience. So what is this all comes in the category informal education. But the informal education, see here now this community, many are not educated people, but they are skilled masters in this particular technology. So how to grade them, rate them, and for that you can see here now this is from coconut fiber. They are making some ornaments. Then from woodcraft, painting, they are all arts. But their education is mostly 8th standard, non-standard, and no degree, PG, UG, all those things. Okay, but how they are good in this particular art, basket weaving. So you can say no diploma course for basket weaving, but instead of that, your institution, suppose no, that region's economy is depending a lot on such kind of skills and all. Here it's pottery. You can rate them. If there are 100 people are there, they can be graded. What knowledge they have, and what how to grade them is a question. And for that, no, some practicals and all necessary, validating the skills of the people. So how do the practical test, interview, portfolio? No exams and all, but practical test, interview, portfolio. So there are 100 in a region you are grading, and they may be the best experts will get the best ranking, and their employment opportunities will increase. And sometimes it may be a very unique capacity, very regionally known thing, and they will become they can get employment opportunity somewhere. So that's all we call it as the simple terms. They were unable to go to school and college, and you are giving them an opportunity to get the expertise in their what we call the craft, which they learn from their informal learning or from their surroundings, skills acquired outside formal education system. And that's what we call as a recognition of prior learning, RPL, certifying experience, how to provide a certificate that your college can do. Suppose my college is in a locality like this, and I can recognize all around the people are doing that, who are the experts in this art. That is what we are doing. So that's all. Thank you. Now, any questions, anything? I know it was non-stop talking from my side, and I told you we can ask me questions, but occasionally I check the comment box. No comments I have seen. Now, if anything to ask me, please do that. Another 6 minutes to go. Hello. Nobody there? So the course coordinators know now.
Yes.
Yeah, you can ask me any questions or anything, any doubt like that.
Participants, if you have any questions or the queries, the forum is open. Having some queries or the questions. I will check the YouTube also, sir, if there are some couple of questions. No, sir, I think
No
there are
question.
no questions.
Okay, so then I would say thank you very much. What else to say? Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
I
Shall we
hope.
continue?
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, so on behalf of Multi-Mission Teacher Training Centers at Gandhi Baba Amravati University and Andhra College of Engineering and Technology, I extend my sincere thanks to Professor Thomas sir for such a wonderful session. Sir, you have explained this skill development from the very local perspective with the global vision and the very the simple examples that is from our daily and routine life and that is very near to us. You have you have elaborated this concept of skill development in a very minute way. We are really thankful to you, sir, for such a wonderful and data-driven session and from the different perspectives, not only for from our Indian perspective, but on the global perspective also. Definitely, sir, this will help us to improve our curriculum in the futuristic way. And with this, I once again extend my sincere thanks to you for your precious time and thought-provoking session here. I once again extend my sincere thanks to all the participants for their patience listening. And with this consent of the Professor Thomas, sir, I would like to declare that this session will be over here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, participants. We will stop now here. And this is the last day of this program. As you already know that the feedback link already shared with you. So kindly fill your feedback and be strengthen your IQAC, particularly that the NEP said, because the implementation of national education policy is ultimately the responsibility of our teachers, teaching fraternity. And definitely whatever may be the inputs of this program, I hope that that will be useful for you and that will be inculcated in your institution. And with this, I take your leave. Once again, thank you everyone, and particularly thank you to management of Andhra College of Engineering and Technology, Professor Nanhai sir, who is the principal, and Professor Gawande sir, particularly, who is the driven force behind this particular NEP orientation and sensitization program. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks to all the participants, Umesh Joshi sir, then after Diwali madam, and then after Dr. Tejas sir, particularly all those participants who are continuously connected to this program. And I once again wishing you a very happy and prosperous learning in the future. Definitely stay connected. Our WhatsApp group will be open there, and we are always there for any kind of collaboration. Thank you, and thank you, Professor Thomas Set, for your gracious presence during this session. And with this, friends, we will stop now here and meet anywhere. If you have any queries or the questions or some kind of problems with regards to implementation of national education policy, definitely approach to the university as well as MMTTC. We will try out to sort it as much as possible at our level, because some things are depending on the policy makers. We are the implementer and we are the sensitizer. So it whatever may be the things, what we can do, we can place before the authorities, so can they sort, because a number of questions are there and problems are also there. But we are the solution providers and we have to find the solution. With this, I take your leave. Thank you everyone. Thank you.